Guys, I forgot to read the rules of the tournament. I don't know where to go. Is it him?
I'm just
opening the chat just to see if it's him or not. I just want to make sure that it's him. Is this him or not?
All right.
Okay.
So we got
Is it him?
E4 starting off with. This
closing.
is what we predicted. Oh.
It's closed.
Hikaru, can you still hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay,
Okay,
so...
here we are. So E4, E5, Knight F3. Okay. All right, let's see what's going to happen.
No Petrov. That's
like
a
this
good
defense
sign.
Why, he's winning 1,000.
Okay, we got a Roy Lopez.
Oh, because you never
So far, you know, this looks like it could be a game between two super grandmasters.
Right. So far, this is actually what I showed Mo before. So A6 is the best move. I think you might see like D6 here is a move. There are many different moves here that make sense for black. Okay, plays A6. Okay. So B5. Okay, not bad so far. So okay, let's see what he's gonna do now. This is already actually a critical moment. It's important that he does not move his knight out right away, because if he does, then white will be able to play knight G5 and attack the pawn on F7.
My heart's racing. Holy shit.
Okay, Mo is being very conservative. He does not go knight G5, which is actually very, very strong. He pushes the pawn. So xQc should develop the bishop and get the king out of the center of the board. This is a very classical sort of position so far, though.
Okay, and let's see if he is going to move his bishop. The reason why that's important is because he's going to have to deal with the knight G5 threat. And the way he'll be able to protect his pawn on F7 if he's able to castle, then he'll have two defenses, but he has to first get the bishop out of the way. So this is going to be a pretty critical moment.
Why not? Let's just try it.
Okay, plays D5, which actually I think it's probably not a great move objectively, but if you're not familiar with this sort of move so early on in the game, I could see this being a situation where Mo does not necessarily find an obvious setup. This is very unusual.
This is good.
And one thing is when we're teaching some of these people the basics, it's not common to teach them to exchange stuff in the center right away. Like it's more common to
yeah, this trick is better for me.
Out, like,
I start thinking about development. This is good for later.
That are a little bit simpler. So I like xQc's opening. He's going to take with the knight, of course.
Sure, take it then.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good way to open it. Like
this is very strong.
I'm always a little bit nervous when I see new players
for this, that, and this later on. For a take and check later on.
But the game is still young, so we might have both. And I'm actually going to pull up xQc's audio in the back, so I'll let you continue explaining the position while I do that.
So yeah, I think right now this is again very critical position. xQc needs to develop his bishop and get the king out of the center.
This makes his queen very weak if I do this.
This will be very, very critical moment. I do think that he's doing okay, even if he loses his pawn in the center. He should have some chance.
My queen's in position.
Okay, now I played bishop G4, which is actually
later on.
Okay, this is a very
check later on.
I guess the way that I'm going to characterize this game is either black is going to... I think someone's going to be winning this game within the first, 15 moves. Let me put it that way. I think either white's going to end up much better or black's going to end up much better based on this opening choice from xQc. He should not take the knight here. It's very critical that he moves the bishop back, does not play for the direct attack. This is very, very important. Very important that he does not trade the bishop here.
He wants to keep the pressure, and he wants to keep the pin here. And Hikaru, if you want to also pull up xQc's stream, we already have it on the broadcast, so the chat can hear it, and that way you can see his thoughts also.
Sure, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll pull it up.
All right. I'm also adjusting his volume here.
Not really.
Yeah, but he's got the right idea. It looks like he's looking at bishop h5. It looks like he's looking at bishop h5.
Yeah, and he's worried that if bishop h5, his opponent will play g4.
Right, which again, I think the bishop h5 is a very good move. He's got a lot of time.
I think too crazy here.
I think it's important that he's using his time here, and he plays bishop h5. Very good. By the way, I know we're not supposed to take favorites, but I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of rooting for xQc in this game. So if I am a little bit biased, you guys, that's just how it's going to be for this one game. And anyway, so bishop h5 is a good move. rather than taking the knight. If he took the knight, I think he was probably close to loss. Okay, so Mo plays knight d2. Logical move supports the knight.
Why not?
And I think now this is where Felix needs to develop the bishop and get the king out of the center of the board. It's very critical. If he does this, I think we're going to have a very competitive game. And what I also am liking so far is that one thing that I've noticed that xQc does very frequently is he does not bring his forces on the queen side, the pieces to the left of the queen, into the game. And the fact that he's already gotten the bishop out, he's developed his knight, as long as he finishes with the bishop and the king, I think that he's going to be doing very, very well. So I think it's important that he keeps on rolling. He plays bishop c5, another very good move. This is very, very good so far. I'm not going to lie. This is very, very good.
Yeah, he has been playing fantastic chess. He's got the opening principles down. He kept the pressure on the pin. So now for Yassuo, I do like the position for white. Knight e4 looks pretty good here, getting the knight to the center and freeing up the bishop to be able to develop after. And he did play it. He saw it. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so one thing that I would say about Yassuo is he's very good at spotting tactical solutions. When he's doing Puzzle Rush, he's doing it at a very high level. So I would say in general that if he gets tactical solutions, I think he could even rival Voy if he gets the right position where there's a 2 or 3 move combo. But that's the strength that Yassuo has. He's very good at
Come on, is that even good, dude?
Right. So based on that strategy, what do you think?
Is that even good, dude? Is that even good? Is that
against such a tactical player?
I think mainly he just needs to get out of this opening phase. If he, as I said before, if he can get his,
it's not bad. My puncher kind of sucks though.
And be safe, I think. I
think I'm about to get forked. No, dude, play with confidence. Let's just think about what I want to do, not what he's doing.
He's given a little bit of material there.
Interesting.
Okay, but it's still maybe if he moves the knight to d4, I can see some danger. There are still some chances, maybe.
And I'll just break that down a little bit. So the reason why knight to d4 is still dangerous is because he does have this pin on the knight.
Interesting.
If he's able to capture, white will be forced to take back with his pawn, which is going to expose his king a little bit. His pawns are pretty aggressive here, but his only chances are to go for some kind of attack that ends up panning out, even if it's not technically correct.
Right, so since he's behind by a bishop, he really... I mean, the 2 moves that I think that he should play here is either he should castle the king, or he should play knight d4. Now, I'm not opposed to him castling the king, because even though he's going to end up losing a rook, and I'm sure Yassuo will see the fork knight move, he'll still have an attack on the king side.
Terrible.
But he either moves the knight to d4 or he castles his king. One of those 2 moves.
All right.
Otherwise, this could fall apart very quickly.
He's gonna fork me somehow.
I'm taking a peek at his chat right now, and he is hovering over the c6 knight. But he does when xQc thinks, he hovers over quite a few pieces. I think that's how he goes through his thought process. So it's actually hard to predict what he's going to go for.
Right, so he castles, which I like, because now I assume Yassuo is going to see knight e6 based on the...
Dude, I'm getting rolled. He's already +3. It's okay though. I've come back from way worse. I'm developed very properly, and he's not. He's very, he can't breathe. He's +3, but I can maybe do a check with all these crazy pieces.
Here, considering the match situation.
These are crazy motherfuckers. They're off the juicer, dude.
White has an extra bishop in this case.
My only problem is that I can't develop.
Try and alleviate the pressure first. Okay, so he goes bishop g5. So now xQc will probably play queen to d6, I assume. Queen to d6 is a very important move to attack the white knight.
Yeah, and after he attacks the white knight, it's a little bit tricky to figure out where to move it. I mean, he might bait Yassuo into making something like knight b7 and potentially... I guess the problem is with knight b7, his queen doesn't have a lot of great squares, and it can hop back and forth if the queen, repeats the position. But it does get a little bit complicated, which is good for him in a piece down situation.
Right, so he finds queen d6, which is a good move, very good move. And, we could see a very funny repetition here with knight d7, queen d7.
I'm better developed, but it has to pay off. It has to pay off.
Drawn here, but
my development advantage needs to pay off somehow. I can't just fucking sit here and stand. I need to push it.
Well,
can't play defensive. I need to start thinking about offensive strategies
here, because he is down a piece and he does have a time disadvantage. However, he saw the critical move here, and maybe if he is able to kick the knight out without getting a draw, he has ideas like e4, which are tricky to play against because he's attacking the knight that can't move because of the pin.
Yeah, I think it's one of the. Ooh, oh my gosh! If xQc goes e4 here,
he thought about this. He thought about this.
Oh wait, there are many moves here. Knight takes d4 and pawn to e4, both very good moves here. This looks like a very big blunder by Yassuo. Okay, this is gonna heat.
Kind of have to though.
I think e4 here is a very strong move. If xQc finds e4, I think the result is very much up in the air.
Kind of have to though.
Which one do you think is more intuitive for him?
I think knight takes d4 is probably more intuitive. Okay, he takes with the pawn, which is not the best move. I guess.
That wasn't bad at all.
Weird here though is moving your.
That was pretty good actually.
Like,
he didn't think about this actually. He didn't think about it.
Is not an obvious move for a human to spot.
I gave him too much credit. I thought he thought about it, but he didn't.
I think this game he
did nothing about this.
Very up in the air in terms of who's better. So I'm very.
And I can open up his pawn over here like this if he uses his queen somewhere, and then that gives me good avenues for checks and whatnot.
For a second, so that we can listen just to the players. So we are not going to be talking for a moment, so that we can hear where their heads are at, and we will be back soon.
Great.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't bad at all. That was pretty good actually. He didn't think about this actually. He didn't think about it. I gave him too much credit. I thought he thought about it, but he didn't. He did nothing about this. And I can open up his pawn over here like this if he uses his queen somewhere, and then that gives me good avenues for come on, 2 minutes, for checks and whatnot. Think, motherfucker, think. Great. I want to get him out of there. Get out of there, buddy. That wasn't bad at all. That was a good play also. Get out of my face, bro. 2 minutes, come on. Think, motherfucker, think. It also defends like a later back rank or back ice skater juicer. I want to get him out of there. Come on. Get out of there, buddy. Oh, I like this a lot. This opens up tons of checks and whatnot here. I like this a lot. Get out of my face, bro. Ooh. It also defends like a later back rank or back ice skater juicer. My queen is in bad position here.
And we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed being able to get in xQc's head for a little bit there. Hikaru, bishop f4 just played. Do you think the position has gotten better or worse for black?
Pinned.
It's bad for black, but it's not terrible. Knight f4, I think, instead of bishop f4 was extremely strong.
Is it put me in check?
Just needs to stay calm and move his queen back.
Is it put me in check?
Still only one bishop that he's down. So I think the game is still very much in flux. Anything can happen. But it is. I feel like with every move, it's very, very critical for both sides. So I feel like both players.
And he has this pinned now.
There's a very high risk that they'll make a blunder and lose the game. So that's why with every move, I think the tension builds here. xQc is low on the clock. That's the only.
Wait.
How to move the queen backwards here.
Right, and when he moves the queen backwards, he also has to be a little bit careful about the pin on his knight, but that's a pin he can get out of pretty easily, and at least he still has the tension on his
pin by mid.
Here. Do you think there's any worthwhile kingside attacks xQc should go for, something like g5?
Once he moves the queen, certainly he should. I think the main problem he has is that the bishop on the light.
2 minutes. It's okay. 2 minutes. It's okay, dude. It's okay, dude.
Big problem that he has.
It's okay. It's a strategy.
But it's not. I mean, this is probably a bad move, moving the queen over one square.
I can do this.
But I think this. It's still very unclear. I think both players could win this game still.
Well, on that note, since we saw what xQc is thinking, we are also going to listen to Yassuo or go to his stream. Yeah, I think we're going to be listening to his audio now. So chat, you'll be able to hear it, and Hikaru, if you want to be able to comment on it, you should open his stream as well.
Sure. Okay.
because I'm also developing my rook, and I'm taking over the full E file. So if he foolishly moves,
might as well, dude.
like, that'd be a good move. That's like the only move he can make, I think.
Okay, so xQc
he wants to take.
Played bishop takes f3. He's attacking his opponent's queen. His queen is also
Maybe he'll put him off balance.
This is getting really tactical. The problem for him is that after queen takes f3, now he has 2 pieces attacking his knight in the center, as well as the queen under attack. So this is about to get very bad.
Okay, I think it's GG now.
I'm pretty sure it kind of fell apart way too quickly for xQc. Yeah, unfortunately, the main problem is that he underestimated this attack on this long diagonal and I think, I mean, he's probably losing here because it's just the situation with where the pieces are. Kind of, it doesn't really lend itself
I lose her.
Tricks with the pawns being advanced. No piece is really near.
Oh, this is bad. I'm done.
No piece is near the white king. So I think it's kind of going south. And
I think it's for free. There's nothing I can do here. I don't think something like that from happening.
I mean, if he takes with the bishop, now he's also going to be able to win the knight.
Right.
He is very good at tactics, so I do think that's something he's going to see. Alright, well, we're going to turn off Yassuo now, chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed being able to hear what he was saying. I love how he's listening to classical music while thinking about his thought process out loud. Wow, he's just going for the simplification
10,
here.
huh?
That seems like a really good strategy to
take
time,
his
advantage and make it as
Is it
easy as
BO3?
possible.
I can probably win this.
Yeah, I think, I mean, unfortunately for xQc, he didn't get a good position out of the opening. If he had moved his bishop to e7 instead of c5, I think it would have been very competitive. Unfortunately, when he blundered his piece, got himself into trouble. And I think at this point, Yassuo is specifically going to play for simplification to try and trade pieces as much as he can. Unless he blunders like a rook or something, it's very hard to see xQc coming back here. But again, we have seen some surprises already, so anything theoretically could happen.
Right, and when I was coaching Yassuo, well, first of all, he was a fantastic student, so I want to say the
GG's, I think,
right
fucking
sides
time.
first, and he was thinking out loud. I was super impressed, one of the fastest learners I've ever seen. But he also made a mistake in the end where he blundered his queen instead of checkmating, so that's just to say that, you know, everybody has slip-ups occasionally, and it's good that xQc is still playing, and he's playing fast enough that he
never know.
flag on the clock.
Right,
it's
exactly.
chess after all, right?
I think really the question here, I mean, because the white pawn is
it's
on
chess after all.
e3, I think it's very hard for there to be a trick for black. But again, like, you know, there could be a mouse slip. There are many things that could happen here. So I wouldn't be shocked if something happens.
Yeah, and I mean, if xQc takes on c2, he might get a passed pawn there. So, you know, both sides still have to be a little bit careful, and that's something we always tell chat. Your advice yesterday was never resign.
Right, yeah, I think it's very important to not resign, especially in these matches. Maybe
I think I'm checkmate here.
Boy, for example, I could understand it, but for the most part, I think, whoa, but he plays g4, which is okay, although, I mean, g4 allows some danger here if you ever move the queen away, so d2.
Right, I mean, if he sees the idea of queen g3, queen g6, okay, he sacrifices bishop. I thought he might give xQc some counterplay chances.
As long as he doesn't play like queen to 8, I mean, I guess it still wins, but he's... Okay, I don't really like... I mean, White's clearly winning, but I really don't like the way that Yassuo played this.
Checkmate.
There could be some... Like, he makes one mouse slip here, there could be some miracle save for
He's throwing.
Right, and the reason for that is because
White's game, baby!
is now so much more open that, you know, imagine rook e7 wasn't a check, then he'd have a move like queen d6.
Oh, he sees it. Oh man, he sees it. Ooh.
Well, mate incoming very soon.
He sees it, I think.
Unless xQc blocks with his queen, that's probably the best continuation here.
Yeah, but then there's 96. I mean, I have seen Yassuo play a couple games.
If he trades it, he's a soy boy.
I did notice again that he is very, very good at spotting tactics. Like
I lose.
Spot 96 here.
He's gonna do the trade.
I would be a little surprised because he. Okay, he goes queen d7. Okay.
I have chess.com telling me that they turned on xQc as well. If you want to listen to his audio.
Queen g4. Okay, he misses it. Okay.
He's really trying to survive. He used the word soy boy. I don't. know what that means, but I think
I can stalemate him. I did.
Okay. Well, the one thing though is with a queen and a knight, it's not a
definitely stalemate him.
The way it is like
if he trades it, he's a soy boy.
So like, f4. This is almost a stalemate. This is like kind of getting to that point.
He's gonna do the trade.
Yeah. I like that he's...
that's good for me.
Okay, he goes for it, but now white makes a checkmate, right?
That's good for me.
Stalemate here. Don't stalemate. Oh no, there's
fudge.
Stalemate.
Multiple checkmates.
Okay, it was all because of one move. It was all. Yo, it's BO3, right? Chat, it's BO3, right?
That was tough.
Chat.
I mean,
let me open up my chat.
Other than the
it's BO3, right? It's just practice run. It's practice.
Start there.
Let me look at chat.
Yeah, I mean,
BO3, right? Definitely stalemate him.
He brought the bishop out
chat,
to c5.
Right?
I really liked his strategy. He changed it up completely. Played something that got the piece out right away. But unfortunately,
why not?
His bishop out to the c5.
How's that bishop won?
Yep, that's good for me. Castled the king. I think
why?
He would have solidly. Most moves he found were pretty good. There were no major blunders, and other than this one d4 move.
Wait, what did it even flop?
Very clean performance from Yassuo.
Yeah, fair enough. And he was also playing someone at his
I did
level,
pretty good, dude.
You guys, we will be back soon. We will be doing some player interviews. We are gonna take a short break, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew it. I knew it. Dude. I should just followed. Best move. Best move. Why is that good? Plus, that's not even that bad accuracy. Excellent. Plus 16 is best. That's very, very good. Very good.
Easy. 7 months. Time to get some.
Why is this best?
Just go bring back this you can.
But I still lose! It's trash! It's such a cheese, dude. What a cheese! That was the blunder. Yo, suck my balls, dude.
It's okay, it was a strategic play. Because if you win this you would have moved to the winner's bracket where it's even harder to win. But since you are in the constellation bracket now you can beat all the trash players and get easy 4K.
True. Guy doesn't it? Guys, listen. Guys, think about it. Think about it, guys. Guys, people thought this was a chess match. It wasn't. Guys, people thought it was chess. It wasn't. This was the tournament. I played the tournament chess, not the chess, right? This 800 rating Andy will go to winner's bracket and then get completely demolished back to Noob Lord. Right? If I go to lower bracket, I meet trashers like L-Rob, like trash, and it's easy, and we go to the money. He got baited by my chess play, didn't it? He got baited! Guys, he got baited! He actually fell for it! Can you fucking believe it?
Even if you played as well.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Wait, was that Yassuo that I played against?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you played Yassuo.
Wait, I thought I was playing against Moist Critical. I did in-depth prep, long analysis for Moist Critical.
No, you have Critical in the next game, man. Pretty sure. You didn't have him today. Critical played yesterday. He played Hutch.
Yeah.
You have Critical next game, and then you have Hutch after that.
Yeah, I confirm that.
Okay, so you should be getting something that says you've been invited to join a breakout room.
Yeah, joining it.
Go ahead and just click join, and then.
Oh. Yo.
All right, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey,
All right, here we go. We're gonna go live in 5 seconds. You ready?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, so all right. How's it going, man? Did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was good, man. Dude, my heart was racing. I was trying to think about some moves. I think I did a blunder. I blundered at one of those moves.
So since obviously you've been playing a lot of chess, I've noticed you've been taking a little bit of a break over the last couple of days. Did you do any special preparation in terms of approaching this game today? I think you were looking at Wikipedia before this game. Like, what was your mindset?
Yeah, I'll explain it. This is a very in-depth process. Basically, what happened is that I was thinking I was gonna play against Moist Critical, and then I know his openers that he normally goes for, and then I had to Google Petrov's defense, so I wouldn't do Petrov's defense. So I thought I'd do something else, but then I got out of my comfort zone, right? Mm-hmm. And then I got caught off guard because then I was playing against Yassuo, and I didn't know because he deceived me with his different name on the chess.com thing. It's
okay.
But it's an old school switcheroo. But that's why there's those brackets. Well, I'll come back and I'll roll them and I'll sweep it up, dude.
Well, you still have a chance if you play well in your next couple of games. You still could qualify for the champions bracket. You still have 2 more games, so you definitely have a shot. But I was curious. So at what point in this game do you really feel like you were like sort of out of your comfort zone and not doing well, or was it just from the very beginning?
Well, I usually open pretty aggressive out mid, right? And I do like trades off the mid lane. Right. But what happened there is that I didn't do those trades out mid lane because my setup isn't the normal opener that I use because I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want to do Petrov's defense, whatever. Right. So we didn't trade as much mid, and then the lane was cluttered. Like there's like traffic in the mid. Right. And when there's traffic, I'm really bad. And then it's why you got like a free bishop because I didn't see there was too much traffic. There's so many pieces, so many. I
right. Yeah, it's all right jumbled right up there in those mid lanes. I was curious, however, in this game, are you aware of when you have this bishop targeting the queen of this pin concept? The bishop where if white moves a knight, you lose this queen on the light square?
I don't see it. Okay. If the bishop moves the knight...
No, if the knight moves, then you capture the white queen.
And I'm putting it also on the Zoom call here if it's easier to see there.
So you see how if white moves the knight, you'll take this queen with your bishop?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like this, I don't know if this is advanced or not, but this is what I normally do. Either I do that for king side or queen side. I think they both work, right? Where you put the bishop all the way out to the file, right? Yeah. And if he moves, if it's king side, like if he moves the pawn, he's in check, and on the other side, if he moves the whatever piece is there, then you can take the queen.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was just wondering because even when you lost this bishop, you actually had a very good chance later on to stay in the game. If instead of capturing this pawn.
Sorry, I'm getting back to the position. Okay.
Yeah. I think I do that often whenever you like develop your bishop to then castle, right? It's usually like the person that try to choose for the bishop. Right. That's one of the good things, but yeah, the blunder was when I lost the bishop. That was GG. That was GG for sure.
Actually, I think we're getting position. There was one last moment when you actually had a really good chance here. So in this position after the pawn push, you could have pushed your pawn forward 1 square to this light square. And again, this knight can't move because you lose your queen.
Oh.
And like right now, you're actually behind by 1 knight. So you actually would have had a really good chance to win this game if you play this move because you're going to get the knight back.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm worried if you were a little bit feeling bad because you had given up a piece. So maybe this was a move that was harder to see.
Yeah, I was trying to set up for like checkmates and like huge, like long cons, like actual scams. I was looking for scams when I shouldn't have.
Yeah, so did you take the pawn on d4? I was telling Hikaru, I thought taking the pawn on d4 was actually pretty intuitive because you were removing the defender from the knight. Was that something similar to your plan?
Wait a minute. Take the pawn.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. If I take the pawn, yeah, because I always play my side up front. So looking at the game like upside down, it's kind of.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, let me swap it for you. Is this better?
Let me look. It's always a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead now.
So I was asking if when you took on the pawn on d4, was your idea to try to eliminate the defender from the knight so you could capture it?
Defender from the knight.
The pawn was protecting this knight before. So go back one move.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Because right now, if you try to capture with your queen, then white's pawn captures your queen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah. The idea was to then put my queen up and start like threatening checks and checkmates on upper left. I want my queen to have more like playground or whatever, because right now she was like doing nothing. She can't do anything right now.
Right. Yeah, because it's just behind all the pieces, all this clutter, and yeah, you're not aiming towards.
Why is that a bad move? And if so, why?
Well, actually, the two moves that you probably should have played is, first of all, you could have pushed the pawn forward to attack that knight, as I pointed out before. But the second move you could have played, which was also very interesting, was take the pawn with your knight. And what happens is, if you do that, if the knight captures your knight, like knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, then you take the queen again.
Okay, see, I was scared that he was going to capture my queen if I did that. That's why I didn't do it.
Okay. Yeah, so because what happens when you took the pawn, what you really, since you're behind.
I see it. Yeah, I just saw it now because my bishop is placed out back at the left.
Right. Now yeah, the bishop is attacking this queen. Because when you took with the pawn, what happened is you no longer had ways to take advantage of this bishop attacking towards this queen from the outside. Like when the knight moves, you no longer can put pressure on this knight. Whereas here, if you take with the knight or you push the pawn, you put this massive pressure on the knight. And then the queen is in trouble.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then I guess I could even oh yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then if I place my queen under his bishop later on, I can even push my knight and put him in check, and he can't take it because he's pinned.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do, is move the queen over. So Alexander, the queen to like g6, for example.
Got it.
If you can down the road. Yeah.
Yeah. So after knight takes d4, then eventually queen g6, right?
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, you would certainly have a really aggressive playing style, and that can often pay off. Are you going to continue with that style of play in the future games?
Yeah, I like trading because then I feel like there's I leave less to like pins. Yeah, I get it. I should grind out like my skill in terms of like having all these pieces, all these things. But when I trade early and I have a little bit less pieces, I feel like I'm in like a comfortable spot. I think I trade so often that I don't usually play long games with a lot of pieces on the board, and I was out of my comfort zone.
Well, fair enough, but you also thought you were playing someone else, so you had quite a few challenges in this game. So in the future, hopefully that will be easier.
Yeah, I was a little bit of a cheese, but they'll see my cheese coming out when I come out the loser bracket. I'll take that much.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much for being here. And good luck in the future matches and with the tactic grind. We saw a little bit of that. I respect it.
Yeah, they'll see it coming. All right, you'll see me soon. Thanks so much for having fun. Thanks for hosting. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Man, what a disaster. Nah, it's fine. Guys, I think I had him. Guys, why did you guys tell me that it was fucking moist critical, you fucking weirdos? Yo, I didn't even know what was you guys said don't play Pogchamps defense because moist opens that way. And then I didn't. That's fucking weird. To the best of your knowledge, who was I gonna play against today?
Hey xQc, thanks for the 13 months.
Goodbye, thank you. I win my argument. Thank you.
Chat over your mishearing, but nice try.
See, I told you. It's what I prepared against, yo. I told you. She's not a paid actor, she's playing Valorant. She didn't even hear the stream because she wasn't even watching.
Oh yeah, you're against Mo, not moist critical. Oh shit, too late.
What?
Who are you gonna play now?
Yo, I built a defense against fucking Moist Critical, and he had a weird name on the website. He had another name. On a Smurf.
Oh no.
And it was the other opponent, yo.
It's okay, you're still gonna win.
Well, I can't anymore. I'm in the loser's bracket now, yo.
Are you in the tournament yet?
No, I have to go back to the loser's bracket now.
But are you in the tournament yet?
Yeah, I already lost.
Okay, that was a pretty poggers chess match, but you blaming chat is not poggers.
Hello?
What's up?
You didn't wear the fucking shirt?
No.
Are you serious?
What do I look like if I can dress up and if I can lose?
That's why you lost.
Oh, tell me.
Did you even show him it?
No, I'll give you a loose bracket. Kidding me? Sammy, thank you. I have a stream to run.
Can you show him?
Yo, I have a stream to run. I'll show.
Show him it.
I'll show them when I play. I'm gonna play on stage.
Okay. Good luck.
I'm not gonna show you guys.
Not in fucking losers bracket.
And let's be honest with you. If Mo played chess before in his life, that display was embarrassing. That's actually embarrassing. Let's be honest. Guys, that's like playing tennis for the first time against somebody who plays the entire life and losing by 1 point. And then you're like, yo, dude, if he plays the entire life, that's not even a good display of skill. And you're like, but he won though. Okay, so what?